Crypto Hotep here with another trading video. This video is going to cover my sentiments on the crypto market as a whole, what I'm looking at, and then if we have some time, we'll go over the spot altcoin trading portfolio and how that's doing over the year. With that being said, guys, or before we jump in, as always, guys, this isn't financial advice. Please do your due diligence when you're trading cryptocurrency, and please research those coins. And as always, Coinbase is sponsoring this video. They are the GOAT crypto brokerage I've been using them for over 5 years. And if you feel like supporting the channel, feel free to use that link in the description. Even if you use Coinbase, use the link, tie the account to the link, and then that way Coinbase can pay me a percentage of the trading fees that they charge you guys. And you'll essentially be supporting the channel, supporting Crypto Hotep without even opening your wallet. With that being said, guys, we'll jump in to one of my favorite charts, the USDC dominance chart. As I mentioned before, guys, on the last video, we were looking bearish. I mentioned double top on RSI here. And again, that provided enough confluence right here for dominance to then trend down after hitting the supply zone, which we did mention. I foresee a landing spot here at about 1.25% dominance. We have to get through these lines here, which are your 50 EMA and 200 EMA. So we may get something like a dead cat bounce where dominance may push up a little bit and then come back down and further break down here. I would be watching what I'm holding. If I'm holding alts, watch the area here. You don't want to hold alts in this area. It's a very dangerous area, especially if you're near RSI, like RSI overbought levels for your altcoins, and USDC dominance is down here. Expect a bounce. Something like here, expect a bounce here. So I'd watch that. If we go to USDT dominance, it's very similar, kind of like that fake breakout, right? So fake breakout to the upside, only for dominance to come back down. Excuse me. So as I mentioned in the previous video, it only makes sense for dominance to come down even though it broke downtrend. Well, why is that? Because typically price, candlesticks in general, they'll break a trend and then they'll retest that level that they broke. So for you to retest something, you have to go back down. And so it would only make sense for dominance to come back down in this area. And if it does, again, watch what you're holding. But until that happens, the party is on for the alts. The dollar is a very interesting one. So the dollar here, look at the dollar. So the dollar has retested this weekly demand area 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it's bounced every single time. So I think we see a collapse here, if I'm being honest. If we see a collapse, and what I mean is price hasn't collapsed below this liquidity line in those 4 times. It has always came down, price has closed above it and then pushed up. Here, price is closed below it and now it's retesting it. And typically, if you have a retest, unless it reclaims this area here, it's just going to push back down. And that's fantastic for commodities, stocks, crypto, what have you. We also have another supply zone. I would mark out a supply zone right here as an area to watch as well, or another level that the dollar has to come into and break. Okay. So all in all, good signs, very good signs here for crypto. And let's get into the crypto chart. So ETH BTC, this is what we want to see. We want to see nice green candlesticks to the upside, potential break of a downtrend here. So this is what we want to see. And we see bullish price action for ETH BTC here, or bullish volume right here for ETH BTC. So that is something we want to continuously see here. If we go to the total crypto market, again, there's nothing but good things I can say here. We have a new weekly demand area here. We have our weekly mitigated area that's still intact. And now we have total market cap that's coming back into this area right here. We should see some resistance here. And that's okay. That's what price does. Okay? Nothing to be alarmed about. This one makes me even happier. Total 3, which is the altcoin market. So if you're like me, you hold a lot of alts. And this is excluding BTC and ETH as a reminder. But again, a couple things I mentioned on the previous call for alts. We have the RSI for the altcoin market. We had it coming in contact with the 50 RSI, which was a typical bounce. We can see here, 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 typical bounce. And here that seems to be the same case. Also, I drew a Fibonacci. I used my Fibonacci tool, drew from the low to the high, and we highlighted this golden zone area between 50% and 61.8%. Typically, price will bounce off of that. Well, price dipped down a little bit, did not close really below it, and now it's reclaimed that area and pushing to the upside. That's very encouraging as well. So I can see us hitting 1 trillion very easily here. Okay. The BTC, the king, let's go back to the BTC here. So BTC currently, before we go to current price, I did mark out a couple interesting items. The downtrend of BTC from March until October of 2024, that constituted a drawdown of over 33% for Bitcoin in that time frame. It was a very choppy price action. It was very annoying. But that was about 33% was the drawdown on that. But we quickly reversed after that and went up 84%. So now we had a very similar thing happen starting in January, all the way until April, and we drew down almost 32%. Sound familiar? Well, what I did was I drew what a 75% increase would be, because let's just say we don't make it to the 84%, and that was around 130,000. Do I think we could get to that? Potentially. I think more so it'll be between 115, 130,000, and I do think we're going to come down, and then potentially we could solidify back at 60,000. Am I a bear for that? No, not at all. I'm a bull all day, but I understand how the market works and how price action looks. And so I can see Bitcoin do somewhat of a fake breakout, or just pop up, grab all of these stop loss orders from the bears that are trying to just, I don't even know what the bears are doing at this point, but they're trying to short BTC here, which is the most dangerous thing, only to get wiped out, and then the bulls also to get wiped out on the other side. So I could see that happening for sure. And then ETH looks fantastic, if I'm being honest here. ETH looks absolutely fantastic. Now let's look here. So if we look at ETH, we mentioned this on the last video. We had a weekly demand area, a liquidity point right here at about 1621. Magnificent move. ETH price just basically wicked this area, closed in a bullish doji, and then 1, 2, 3 green soldiers to the upside. This is just beautiful here. Breaking of the downtrend as well. Hopefully, this is a weekly supplier that has to get through. Personally, I think ETH will get through this area, smash through it, and get to 3,000 very easily. Okay. Either way, beautiful price action from ETH. And then Link actually looks good as well. As you guys know, I am a Link bull all the way. But a very similar move with Link. Again, Link was facing a downtrend in March. Again, March, October, boom, all the way to the upside, broke the downtrend only to come back down. Very similar price action here. Weekly demand area, downtrend. Now we're testing this downtrend. If we can get out of this channel and then push up to $28 here again. And then the positions that I have currently, Crow's kind of, it looks like Crow's bottoming out right here. This looks very similar to a double bottom here. If I'm being honest, it looks very, very similar to a double bottom here. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. Looks very good, but anything could happen. As always, I have been buying Crow around this area. Ribbon Finance looks like it's hopefully solidified and bottomed out price here at around 16 cents. Around 16 cents looks good. If we close in the green here, I will buy some more ribbon and add to my position. And then C looks very encouraging. We have a new weekly demand area here that price can bounce off of. And then we have nothing but potential moves. I'm calling around 50 to 60 cents short-term target on C very easily. But that's where my take profit would be. And then a position that I added and supplemented instead of syrup, which I did close that trade very successfully, that I'll show you, is Aerodrome. Aerodrome's a base token, backed by Coinbase as well, and it is a decentralized exchange for swapping, liquidity, those type of things. Very good token. I also stake Aerodrome as well, but I saw this chart and this just spoke, or more like shouted at me. We can see a downtrend, nothing but red candles, bullish doji, liquidity here at it looks like about 50 cents, and then 40 cents liquidity here. Weekly demand area within that liquidity, and then price looks like it just wicked it. Bullish doji, 3 candlesticks to the upside, game time all day. This is one of my favorite charts here because it has nothing but red candles going down. So it is very likely, not 100%, but very likely that it's going to be green candles on the way up. Okay, we have the potential here for 150% plus gain for Aerodrome. Okay, so all in all, I'm feeling really bullish about this, about the environment currently. Plus, we do have Trump that is still pumping the market, if you will, and I do like to see that. All in all, my position currently, we are heavy USD, dry powder, just waiting for some buys to add to our ribbon, to add to our Aerodrome. I'm pretty good with my C and my Crow positions here. As you can see, 22, 20%. These were the laggers here. Currently, C's up 15%, Chrono's up 12%. These are year-to-date numbers. And then Ribbon Finance is up 7%. And then Aerodrome, because we're just starting that position, is down almost 7.5%. But as we mentioned, if we look here, syrup was the position that I did take out of, and I realized a gain of 90% on that. My average buy for syrup was around 15 cents or so. So 90% from the market, I'm going to take all day long. And if we go to our 1 month market here, we look at about 41% gain on our portfolio, on our crypto portfolio. Not bad at all. Really good positions. It was more of a long game. I like to see just all of my positions just coming together here. You like to see most of them coming together and seeing green for the first time in a while. But as always, guys, if these videos have helped you in any way, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you and happy trading.